In Evansdale. Josh Scheinblum live for us this morning from Myers Lake. Definitely an active scene there. He's got the latest on the search efforts. Josh, looks like things are definitely moving ahead this morning early on.
Kelly, the water is still draining here this morning, and police are still working to find those two missing girls. This morning, we actually are here with the mother of Lyric this morning to tell us a little bit about what's going on. How has it been these last few days?
The first 3 days, we were very active, searching, going through the woods. The last few days this week, when they're not allowing the citizen search, has been a lot more difficult. Not having as much to do, keeping busy, and as the time continues to go on, so do your concerns and worries about what might be happening to them and where are they. I'm glad they're draining the lake to rule that out, since the dogs picked up their scent at the water's edge. But again, I hate to think that they're out there with somebody and what could be happening to them.
Now, I think a lot of us, and especially those who have kids, can only wonder what you're going through. How has it been these last, few days? I mean, what is it like? Can you describe for us?
Well, you wake up in the morning and pray and ask God to give you the strength and what's necessary to endure the day. And then when you have moments in your day when you break apart and you break down, you grab your family and you break down with them, and then you pick back up, and then you keep going. And so that's what the last few days have been like for each of us.
You mentioned that you're happy that the police are draining this lake here. Do you have any ideas or suggestions for them where they should go to from here?
No. Because they've searched so well in the surrounding area, my only concern is that they're far away, days away, maybe another state, something like that. That's my concern. And if they are, how do we find them there? So that's kind of the good thing about the media, that their faces in this story gets out, to the different states.
Now, it was a couple days ago that a dog picked up on the scent of, one of the kids. Does that give you guys any hope?
There's two dogs, and each dog picked up both scents of the girls. So both scents were picked up there. It gave the police they were happy with the results, but the dogs stopped at the water's edge. So I don't know how much that tells us. If they drain the lake and they're not in there, that didn't help. So.
Well, good luck with your search, and thank you for joining us here this morning. Now, Kelly, you can see it's obviously very difficult for family members who are dealing with trying to find those two missing kids right now. Police say they're going to be out here for as long as they can until they do find them, and they're following every tip and every lead that they get. We are in Evansdale. Josh Scheinblum, CBS 2 News.
Wow. Okay, Josh, my heart just breaks for that family. Thank you so much. Josh Scheinblum live this morning. He's been covering this story for us. He is live from Myers Lake with the latest on the search effort. Josh, just a heartbreaking story. Any new information from police?
We don't have any new information at this time, Kelly, but I think you hit the nail right on the head there. It really is a heartbreaking story. We're here this morning over on Myers Lake, the last known place where these two girls were seen. Police are at the point right now in their search where they're draining the lake here. They've been doing this process since Monday, and you can see over here they certainly have a lot of work here to go. We're told that the lake is draining at about a rate of 3 inches every hour, but just given the entire size of this lake, clearly it's going to be taking a while to get it all done. We've also seen some crews out here this morning out on canoes patrolling the area, trying to find any clue that they can, and police make it very clear to us that they're going to be following every lead that they get so they can bring these two girls home safely.
They're still interviewing people, people that are calling in, giving us these tips. We're sending people out to talk with those people, so every tip is being followed up on.
Now, Kelly, police say they're going to be holding a press conference later today around 4 o'clock this afternoon. Now, it has been very difficult for people in the community to deal with this. We've seen a number of people here in this spot over by the lake just coming by saying to show their community support. To give you an idea of that community support, there's a number of trees here that are tied with pink and purple ribbons, people trying to show that they are with the family. We spoke earlier over on our sister station on CBS CBS 2 this morning with the mother of one of those two missing girls, and she says that the only thing that's getting her through these hard times is prayer and prayers from the community. For now, we're in Evansdale. Josh Scheinblum, Fox 28 News at 7.
Okay, and those prayers will definitely continue. Josh, thank you so much. For a break in the case, Josh.
Kelly, after more than 5 days of searching, there are still no new leads here in this case to try to find those two missing girls. We're here at Myers Lake this morning, the last known place these two girls were seen, and police say they're breaking out every effort to try to find them. On Monday, they began to start to drain this lake so they could be, in their words, 100% certain that they weren't there at all. Now, police originally were pretty confident they weren't, but again, want to make sure that they're 100% certain. Now, the search here has been continuing again for about 5 days here. That means crews have been out here on the water in boats, and police say they've been following every tip and every lead that they've had called into their station. It's been some very trying and difficult times for family members as well, and they say what's getting them through this situation is their faith in God.
Our prayers are for God to protect them, to be with them, to keep them safe, to keep them comforted. You know, if they are alive, that, you know, God is present with them.
Now, Kelly, it's important to note that even though the lake is draining here, it hasn't been happening very fast. You can kind of get an idea here. You can see the banks just a little bit descended from the last time we were out here yesterday. But again, it looks like this is a very long process. We understand it's supposed to be going down at about 3 inches every hour, although just given the sheer size of this lake, it looks like that's going to be taking some time. We'll give you the very latest coming up again in our next half hour with all the information that we know. For now, we are in Evansdale. Josh Scheinblum, CBS 2 News.
Josh, I know you were there yesterday, and everyone is clinging on for some clue, some hope. The crews were out there yesterday morning. Are the officials there on the lake right now? Have they gotten there yet, as you can see?
Sure. Well, from our vantage point, we can't see any officials here. What we can show you is they have put a line of police tape here up just around the lake. We were able to find some people on the other side back in the far distance yesterday. I think it might have to get a little bit brighter out here for us to make them out. But again, we can hear the water pumps going to drain this lake. So I would say I'm confident that they are out here right now.
Okay, Josh, okay, stay on this scene there and bring us any new information. We do appreciate your reporting there. Once again,